All right, welcome to the live stream. Hello, Zempt. Scratching my windshield here. It was raining when I stopped. Hey, when is my dash gauge sim videos coming to YouTube? I'm working on tutorials, man. I promise I am. But the next tutorial is probably going to be button related because I started recording that already. So, but I'm working on them. It takes time, especially when that is your hobby. All right. Do I have any cargo? I don't think I do. No, I don't. Let's get some job here. Go to the freight market. I got a special guest here today with me that you guys on Instagram cannot see, but on YouTube you can. So let's see here. Something that is fragile. Going to New Mexico. Let's take that. I have to show this. Oh, wait. Go back here to my cockpit. Oh yeah, I got to rest. But where is my camera mover? I got a guest here today with me. It's our dog. Just chilling. More than I am. Yes, that is a Volvo premium system installed. The HU 850. The one with the Dolby surround. Go back to my main screen here. Let's get back inside the truck and let's get that cargo. Whoa, had my wheel turned. Yeah, the special guest is a poodle. Our dog. All right, let's take a ride. Do I have a real S60R? Yes, I do. I have a 2005 S60R in my garage. Exactly like this, with the navigation, and I installed the Apple CarPlay with a Raspberry Pi on my S60R. And if you check out my videos, you'll see some videos of it. Got to turn my camera a little bit so I can see to the left. OBS is kind of blocking my view here. So welcome to the live stream. If you're just joining now, just starting right now, just driving a little bit in American Truck Simulator. Oh, thank you. The truck is letting me go. I'll just take that. Thank you. How did I get the CarPlay? So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a detailed tutorial on how to install the Apple CarPlay, which is not a real Apple CarPlay. It's a SimHub dashboard in your simulator. So you can use on your phone, on your tablet. It works in all kinds of systems. So we gotta stop for rest. Let me put my miles to empty here. There is a rest stop right ahead on the left side of the road. You have a 2004 V70R. What color? Mine is black on the outside with Nord cap interior. Hello, the real Cuban dog. Gonna stop here for a rest. Titanium gray with Nord cap. I like titanium gray. Does the air conditioning work, Vish? The buttons do work, but it does not blow air, and the reason is I really don't need it. I'm inside, I'm indoors, I'm in my home office, and there's a big AC vent right on my head here. Because I actually could just simply install a fan and make it work. But I never found I need it. Other than just to say I have it working. Got a rest here. All right. Got a rain here. About half a tank of gas. I think I can go. I need new Nordcat seats. Oh yeah, man, those are hard to find. Mines are perfect. My interior is like 10 out of 10. I did a complete like restoration when I bought it. That's when I installed the Apple CarPlay. My car did not come with the RTI screen originally. Oh yeah, if you have your simulator in a garage environment, you definitely need some AC. Especially here in Florida. I mean, I wouldn't be able to survive if the whole thing was in my garage. I don't think the computer would even work. Like it's what, 95 degrees outside right now with like 99% humidity. So hello, Steve. How you doing? Welcome back. I decided to come back and drive a little more. The family's out. My in-laws are in town, so I have some time for myself. Me and the dog. "51 Celsius. Whew. No, thank you. Dude, 51 Celsius? That's over 100 degrees. Way over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I think at least you get a dry hot. Dry hot is bad, obviously, but I don't think it's as bad as when you have like 99% humidity. It's like you go outside and you can feel like a hot blanket just was put in your face. I can't open your account right now, Massey, but leave me a message. Drop a message in one of my videos, and I will definitely check it out. All right, nice. Have a good meal, man. I'll be hungry soon. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't know if the girls are gonna eat outside, my wife and daughter. It's not raining that much, and it's kind of scratching the windshield. I hate that sound. I don't know about you guys. We'll just survive without the wipers right for now. Oh man, I really wish on Instagram and TikTok you guys could see my dog. It's just sleeping profoundly. Doesn't even know that I'm driving like 60 miles an hour on the road. Is my Volvo tuned or stock? So when I bought it, it was tuned. I don't know how much horsepower it's making, but it's caused all kinds of problems, and I'm gonna have to change my motor. Thank you, Smooth Operator, for the hearts and flowers. Ooh, speeding violation for me here. We got the Logitech G29 right now. I think you should go with Moza. Moza is good for like a budget and nice simulator. It's not gonna be your best simulator ever, but it's gonna work quite well. Gotta watch out my speed here. It's only 35. I think I can turn now. It's not gonna squeak. Yes, much better. Not squeaking anymore. Did you tune yours? you, Colton? Oh, it's not. You wouldn't be buggy, man. I have the tutorial on YouTube, so people can ask me questions. So make sure you follow my YouTube channel. Does the odometer actually work? Yes, it does. The odometer is moving up. As you can see here, 3.7 miles on the trip odometer. There is only one thing. It's related to this game, this specific game. American Truck Simulator has the world compressed. So you'll see here that if I'm driving, the mileage in game, especially if I'm gonna put again on the display here that shows how many miles still empty. There, 1,617 miles I have as until the fuel is empty, but it's gonna move faster than the actual mileage here. And the reason is because the world here is compressed, and that information, the mileage here, is coming from the game, not from the calculation that this is making, like speed versus time. But it does work, yeah. The simple question to answer is yes, it works. And it works perfectly in any other game but American Truck Simulator. Thank you for the follow, Oliver. Thank you. It took some time to calibrate get all the calibrations working for the odometer. The problem was you have to calculate. There's some numbers, and long story short, now it's to an error of 0.1 miles per 100 miles roughly, which is acceptable to me. It took too long just to get to that kind of error. Yeah, I don't think I can get that kind of mileage in my S60 either. Are you using weather mods? Yes, I am. It's a new weather mod I am trying out, actually. I installed a couple days ago, average. And I think it looks pretty bad, pretty good. The road, it's not there yet, like the reflections, the water reflections, not the best, but overall, it's looking good. I like the water on the windshield. That's looking nice. Alright. Every time I turn left, I kind of just go with the flow. I can't really see because my OBS screen is on the left. Fala, Eduardo, tudo bem com você? São Paulo City. Well, welcome if you're watching from YouTube. Welcome if you're watching on Instagram and TikTok. And there's one person on Twitch. Hello, Twitch person. Thank you for watching. My Twitch is rolling tumbleweeds right now. So if you're watching on TikTok and like to help me out on Twitch, you can hop over and say hello. Hey, High Voltage, welcome back. How you doing? Green light. I'm here reading the chat. Eu tenho outros vídeos andando lá em North Life. Durante as live streams, geralmente no ano não tem... O pessoal não fica muito... Não fica olhando se estiver fazendo corrida. Mas North Life é minha pista favorita. Hello, Andre. I think that the GPS is just kind of telling me to go on the loop. But whatever. É muito boa. Tenho vários vídeos andando nela. Putz, tomara que você consiga comprar de novo, mano. Tá tudo caro aí no Brasil, né? Eu ouço a galera falando. Isso aí de tudo é absurdo. Oh, there it is. Found the place. Nossa, R$6.000 para comprar um G29. Você tá aí. Oh, I think I came through here and I just kind of drove. Nossa. É, eu tenho um Fanatec aqui, um Fanatec Club Sport. Is it going to be a trailer? Qual carro você dirige aí? I think that offer is gone. Okay, let's take this Oklahoma one. There it is. So that's an easy one. Que legal, do lado de Interlagos. Alright, so now we're picking up our trailer. I don't know who decides to move that kind of stuff. Somebody decided it was a good idea. Put a truck on a trailer and pay somebody to take it somewhere. As you can see, that kind of truck. As the rain is... Que isso, Tony? Não conheço esse. Alright, let's go back inside the truck because it's raining quite hard outside. It's not a heavy load. Hey, weather response expedition. Thank you, man. So if you like the Apple CarPlay, you can download and play with it in your own simulator if you want. So if you go to my YouTube channel, which you're on YouTube already, you can just watch my tutorial on how to install it, and you'll see the Apple CarPlay working. So it shows the music that's playing, has a little animation in the main home screen. Then you can see some information about your computer, and lastly, you can see some information about the game you're using. In this case, American Truck Simulator. Hey Pablo, what's good, man? How's everybody's day going? Ah, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, I was here in the morning playing a little bit of American Truck Simulator. Just felt like coming back and playing a little more. Yeah, I'm on American Truck Simulator now. Nobody's here is gonna do anything, John. Nobody's gonna mess with me here. Yeah, I'm just hogging on the left lane. I don't do that in real life, just by the way, and I hate when people do that. I really do. Yeah, but well observed, man. Yeah, I hate when people do that in real life. Ah, this dude just decided not to go. Thank you, Weather Response. Thank you, man. I really appreciate the support. How much was the setup altogether? So, John, that's a very tricky question to answer. So, altogether, I'm like probably about 10 grand in. But if I talk about what makes this simulator special, which is the car, it was just about $700. So I spent about $300 in car parts, and another $400 if you consider like wood, carpet, metal, you know, all the electronics that make this work. And then you can spend, you know, as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on what PC you buy, what kind of monitor you use, what kind of wheelbase are you using. So I'm using a Fanatec Club Sport. I'm also using like a super high-end PC. My GPU card is a 4090 to handle triple screen. So I don't know if you're seeing in you're seeing on oh no, don't move that. You're seeing on TikTok, so you're not seeing the whole. I have 3 screens here. I also have a 9950 X3D, so it's expensive, but you can buy with a lot less. Hey, Takita, don't. Thank you. What game am I playing? Evil Genius. I'm playing American Truck Simulator. As my dog was moving my camera around here. Excuse me. That's true. What app am I using to stream on multiple platforms at the same time? So Sim on Track. What I'm using right now is just OBS, but the trick behind it is an app called Stream Elements that is a plugin that installs to OBS. So that allows me to kind of go to, I'm currently streaming on YouTube, vertical and horizontal, Twitch, vertical and horizontal, my TikTok and my Instagram all at the same time. So I can see the chat on separate windows. That's the only problem, is that it takes several windows. So I need to look all the windows if I want to, stay up to date. Hey, Jarma, yes, I'm in a truck today, not in a car. Thank you, Zach. Yes, it's a real, actual S60R, not just an S60. It works pretty well, I gotta say. I was always having trouble connecting to multiple streams at the same time. Let me move my mouse here. That's a lot of setting up to do. Yes, it is. It takes me just about a minute to get everything set up in the beginning, especially because I need to set up all the like the information so I can kind of know who's watching, where they're watching. Yeah, no, it's not over text to speech. It's I'm reading actually with my own eyes, so you can't see, but right on top, right here where my hand is, that's where the line cuts, and this is where the chat windows are. You want to come here, don't you? Yeah, she wants to come here. Yeah, all right. Stream Element, yes sir. Stream Element, pretty good. And it's free. And for TikTok, you don't need those like agencies, whatever they call themselves. It just works. You want to stick your head out the window? Yeah, I got a passenger today, Jimmy. And the rain stopped in here. Finally. It's been raining since Do I record my screen with a camera, or do I record it from my desktop? So I have a camera behind me, the OBS OBSBot, I think you say it all together, OBSBot Tail Air, the one that moves around, so I can kind of move the camera if I need. And it's the best camera that I found that has a good dynamic range. So you see, you can kind of see very well the dashboard and see the TV at the same time. It's very bright around here. So that's the only problem with any other camera, that usually it's blowing off all the light on the TV, or it's making my dashboard super dark. But I'm still far from like finding a definitive solution, man. It's still a work in progress. I started streaming about a month ago again. I used to stream on my TikTok only before, and I used to just use their TikTok studio thing, which sucks. And so I decided to kind of look for new solutions, and I found that OBS with Stream Elements would do the trick. could. I thought about doing the shaft solution. That's what most people actually do when they're doing the car integration. But I wanted to avoid using a shaft if I could. So I decided to just kind of go with it. And I was lucky because the Volvo opening here for the wheelbase is big enough so it can fit the Fanatec base. But if it was a little bigger, it wouldn't be able to. Yeah, but you're right. If I could have that, it would have the ability to adjust. That'd be pretty cool. Do I think a curved Samsung 49 monitor would work better than a TV? It would be cool, yes, but there's two problems with a monitor, especially the 49 like curved extra ultra wide. One is the fact that my dashboard here has 54 inches from tip to tip, from the width of it. So that is a problem because if I would put a 49 inch here, it would end up before the end of the dashboard. And so when I have the other one to connect, like I do here, it would just come right on top of the passenger seat and here, or I would have to skew it towards the left. So I decided to go with a 65-inch TV because it fits perfectly on the dashboard here. It's exactly the width of my dashboard. Ever tried drifting? Man, I really want to learn how to drift. I don't know how to drift, but I will eventually work on it. I gotta work on it, but I don't know how to. Hey, Daryl. The dog was licking licking the microphone. No, dude, don't do that. Want to get down? Don't you want to do? Distracted driving is dangerous. That's why I don't like when people drive with their dogs on their lap. Like, I'm driving a simulator. If I crash, that's okay. Oh yeah, no. With the Volvo S60R, that the all-wheel drive would just be kaput. But why don't you sit here, enjoy the ride, and chill. Yeah, no, I did. I wondered the same thing, Steve. And I did a lot of measurement. Even the new 50-some-inch monitors, they wouldn't be able to fit because they're 50-some-inch. But they're super like narrow, so they're long, and with that, even still, they don't go all the way. It needs to be a little longer. What brand of my TV is TCL 4K, the 120 hertz. Thank you, Jera. Chill out. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Why don't you sit down and enjoy? What are you doing? It's a fun game, man. I really enjoy. Hey, what are you doing now? Gonna get me an accident? Oh, careful there. Gotta say, I'm surprised. I had a Samsung here before, and the TCL is doing, you know, same good job as the Samsung was. I had a 55-inch Samsung before. All right, we're here at the delivery. What were you expecting in terms of pricing, man? All right, I need my mouse. And we're gonna choose the hard one. That's gonna be a hard one. So whatever, let's do this. OLED, yeah, OLED is better. This one is not OLED. It's good, but it's no OLED. Yep, delivery coming. We gotta park right here, so that's gonna be a tough one. I might have been better if I would go the other way. We'll see. Let's make a hard over to starboard. Yeah, it's not gonna work, but we'll find a way. I might need to go around, so I'm facing the other direction. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, 120 hertz is, I think, for especially if you're sim racing, it's enough. Hey, Scylla's Ovis, I don't know if that's your name, but the total was just around. Oh, I can't. All right, so I'll have to make do. So the total was about $700 in car parts. Hey, Dan, thank you, man. How are you doing? I was watching a live stream the other day, and always fun, dude. Gotta turn the truck. Let's see if I can make a U-turn here. Because the problem is it's telling me to park the other way, but there's no space here for the turn. What platform do I have the most viewers? So that's a good question. In terms of live stream, I used to have more on TikTok, but then I stopped streaming, and now I'm pretty much stuck with a low viewership on all of them. YouTube is a new platform for me, but where I have the most followers is TikTok. I have 180 some thousand followers, and on Instagram I have 146,000, I think. I'm doing great, man. How about you? Where are you at right now? Yeah, now we're going to be able to back in and park here. Hopefully, let's see if that will work. Just soldered wires to the circuit board and one of the buttons with Logitech. Yeah, that's kind of how I do on mine here. Turning. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough parking because I need to get the truck trailer to the other way without damaging everything. Yeah, I'm going live stream on YouTube now, Dan's, like almost, I'd say every day. Every day on YouTube, and I'm working on it. But I'm not like trying to hit big numbers fast, and I'm just having fun, you know, like you. There's a parking spot, and now I think I'll be able to kind of maneuver my way in. My YouTube channel is just starting. I have about 7,700 subscribers there. Yeah, that's hard. I need to get the trailer there. But it's getting closer. Getting closer. Hey Joe, Sib Cars, no updates, man. But I told you, dude, you can just use my code from my GitHub, and it'll work just like mine. You don't need to get the final like ND approved code to get yours working. There we go. Getting there. I need to do a couple more turns, but now it's going. Hard over. There we are. This was one of the hardest parking, and it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, the brightness, the brightness should be working if you're running my code. The turn signal should too. The only thing you have to do is, I don't remember if you remember, but I told you that on SimHub, you've got to do the timing correctly. And I think it's like 340 milliseconds. Let me look. Oh, it's green. There we are. That's why it was a hard one. You see here? I had to come here, turn the trailer over, and then park over that wall. It worked. So I can just unhook the trailer right now. Sometimes on TikTok, Sim, I'll have like 200 people now, but on TikTok, I used to have like 10,000 people watching at the same time. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Long time no see. What is the wheel setup? So, Zachary, I'm using a Fanatec Club Sport DD behind the Fanatec here, so you can kind of see the Fanatec steering wheel here. And if you're interested in knowing how you do this with the real steering wheel on a Fanatec, just on my YouTube channel, I have a tutorial. All right, so let's see if they have some. I don't think they have some jobs here on this company. Let's take another job. Too far. Let's take this one. Doesn't pay much, but yes, you haven't. Disappeared. So your brightness should be working. I mean, I can even like, if I wanted here, I could actually have, let me see, my sim hub is here. I don't want to turn this into a tutorial, but let me. So when you go to hardware here, you got to make sure that your brightness is set up to 255. So the brightness is right after the ding. I don't know if you can see here, but there's the ding, and then you have the brightness. And that's right before you have the high beams. So if that's set to 255, your brightness here will be set to max. Oh, you got both clusters working. Nice. Yeah, that's the most important part, getting them connected to SimHub. There we go. I didn't. Oh, I need to set up as a destination. I didn't do that. Well, yeah, you need the custom protocol, man. Otherwise, it won't work. All right. Oh, I'm at the destination. Let's take this one to Houston. A little longer. Where's the trailer? I think I know where the trailers are. They were all in the back. Go backing up. Yep, right here. This one is heavier, but not too heavy load. And now we're going to Texas. We take some cars from Alamo. These. Take 40, I-40 East. Maybe you didn't download the right one, Joe, because it is there. I'm pretty sure, because otherwise Andy would have seen it, and he saw it. He sent me a few notes on things that he wants me to change on the code, but his notes were mostly just aesthetics, just to get on his standard. Because I'm not a coder, and the way it's coded is from ChatGPT, so not in the same organization methods as he does. Am I in a Volvo Semi? Yes, I am. I am driving a Volvo ENL. Yeah, I am. There you go, Volvo for life. So hard to drive like this, going all over the road. Go back inside before I crash. Oh, that's all right, Steve. Thank you for joining, man. I really appreciate that you came back. How did I get the Moza QR on the wheel? So this one is a Fanatec, but it's the same way as I did here. Basically, you have to shave. There's a connection that goes to the car. You have to take that off, and then you bolt the QR, the quick release to the back of the steering wheel. I would recommend, Joe, you take a look at my GitHub, and you'll find the custom protocol there, and it's linked to Andy's. You don't need to go on ChatGPT for yours, man, because if you want to have it working just like I have here with the with the turn signal and the brightness and everything as is here, all you need is there. Yeah, were you here when I crashed and I flipped over the truck because I was talking and I got distracted and the speed changed from like 80 miles an hour to 50 on the middle of a mountain? Yeah, that was I think this week. Hello, Punk Stopper. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button and also subscribe if you're not. Yeah, I know, I was laughing a lot. And if you're watching elsewhere, don't forget to hit the follow button also and like the live stream. Thank you, Stian A. Johnson. Thank you for the flower, man. Volvo for life. 100%. Like literally, it saved my life, so I will always drive a Volvo if I can. Oh, good. So you saw me flipping over. Yeah. Ooh, I'm too fast. Slow, slow, slow. Let's use the cruise control, right? Thank you for the follow, man. I don't know who you are. Your username didn't show up, but thank you for the follow. Oh, that's you. Of course, man. That looks amazing. Your Volvo setup is amazing, dude. It looks just like my first Volvo setup. You cut there in the same place, and you have the 2004 center console. That's pretty good, man. It's looking great, and you did perfectly. I mean, you finished with carpet. It's not looking like, looking great, man. Yes, the 340 milliseconds. That's the reference for the turn signal I was mentioning. That is very, very, very important. Otherwise, the turn signal won't be like this. It won't just be blinking perfectly. If your turn signal is not turned to 340 milliseconds, it'll go like and then stop for a second, then just stay on and then off. Dude, my pleasure. I'm really glad the video on YouTube helped you, man. And I hope it helped more people build their simulators. That's the whole purpose. And thank you for sharing on the sim racing communities. How do the gauges work, Aiden? So it's basically just an Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield, and it connects with a software called SimHub on the computer. How hard was it to get that sim set up? I mean, it's not that hard. It's just a lot of work, though, Pat. It's just a lot of work. And I'm not a programmer. I'm not a coder. So it's a lot of trial and error, a lot of ChatGPT, a lot of trying to find out, solutions for things. And but it's not hard. It's just, you got to be stubborn. I'd say that's the key to get it working. Stubbornness. You're stubborn, it's gonna work. And if you're interested in doing one, on my YouTube channel, there is a tutorial. And Stian, that is here on TikTok talking, he built one just like mine. He has a simulator just like mine. And there's another person on Instagram watching right now that's just troubleshooting some things on his gauge. He also is building one. So it makes me super happy that people are actually building. Are the wipers real? No, they're in-game, but the stock is. I can use the stock here for the wiper, but the wiper is on the TV. It's in-game. You start in 2022? Oh, yeah, I started just around the same time. A Honda CR-V 2010, nice. I mean, I always tell people, they ask me like, what kind of car do I recommend? Dude, I recommend the kind of car you can access, you like, you know, all that kind of stuff. People are like, oh, why don't you build a Lamborghini? Well, I don't find Lamborghinis laying around in junkyards near me. And if I need the part for a Lamborghini, I've got to spend a lot more money. Dude, it's not 100% finished, but it looks 100% finished. I think it looks amazing. And don't let people talk you down about how it looks. I saw some people talking about the point of view you're using. Dude, the dude just literally just installed his simulator. You took a photo. You shared on Facebook. Come on. Cut him some slack. People are like super quick to just complain and criticize. Don't let them criticize you, man. Ooh, I'm driving a lot. Very fast. 80 miles an hour here. The wheel buttons do work. Yes, you're on TikTok, so I have to push this button. So that's going to change the music. Just the next music, and I can go back to the same or beginning of the music. And I can set up different things. This set up the volume, but it's not going to change anything because it's on my headphone right now. I can change here the navigation. So if I press my button here on my left, it'll just go with a different screen there. And obviously, now I'm driving in the cruise control. You won't be able to see it, but the button here will increase the speed, just like in a real car. Yeah, the tutorial talks about everything, and I'm gonna talk about the electronics. I didn't post the electronics tutorial yet, but I'm working on it. The trolls are insane, yeah, everywhere. So Steve, yeah, my setup, you know, there's a big asterisk I got to put here on my setup will work on any car. So yes, it'll work on any car physically. So if you follow my tutorial on YouTube, you can build any car because they're all the same. You remove the dashboard and you mount it on 2x4s, you put carpet on, and it looks great. Now for the electronics, it's gonna work for the buttons here, but not for the gauges. If you want to have the gauges working with CAN bus. Now, if you have a 2012 Volvo S80, I know that they have the waterfall, climate control here. All you have to do is make the buttons work just like I did here, which is just connecting Arduinos to the real buttons, and then they connect the things that you want to connect. So yes, it works on anything. However, not the gauges. That's the asterisk. The gauges need to be coded exactly for the car you're driving or simulating. Yeah, I'd say so, but I don't care. I'm seasoned now. But usually I respond when people say, why don't I buy a car, and also why did I choose a Volvo? parts you have are normal S60 and you don't need R. Yes, that is very true. So high voltage, the only parts here that are actually S60R right now is the vent here because of the buttons, the baseball, the gauge, and the stitched leather here. Because everything else is from a regular S60. However, I found a real S60R in the junkyard, so in this case, everything's from a real S60R. But you get the point. Everything's about the same, so it doesn't change. And I don't know if you noticed, you guys have been watching for longer now. I changed the lighting here today. So I have a little bit more lights shining on the simulator. So you're not seeing the Philips Hue lights doing its thing. It's just basically the lights that I have set up. And I actually noticed now that the Philips Hue turned, because the house turns the lights on at a certain time of day. I'll get them on. Sorry. There we go. Now there's more light. I did. It's working again. So it's just the connection that wasn't too good. So the hazard button is back working. Well, I know your excitement, Stian. Is the real radio connected to the game? Yes, it is. Well, not right now because I'm using the headphones, but yes, it's connected, and I can use the volume knob to change the game volume. I don't have a real clock spring behind the steering wheel, no. But you do see the buttons light up. All the lights are on. The problem with the lights here is because the TV is so bright, everything looks dim. So the radio, everything is lit. Here's lit, here's lit, the buttons are lit. The gauges are obviously lit, but unfortunately because of the contrast and the exposure, it looks like they're not. What game is this? Altsbula. It's the American Truck Simulator. We're about halfway to this delivery. Slow down a little bit. I'm doing 70 on a 65 here. I'm asking for a speeding ticket. If you really want your gauges to work, yes, because as far as I'm aware, I have not seen anybody code the P3 platform gauge. So unfortunately, you would need to find somebody who coded. And I'll tell you what, I could try to find the codes, but I don't have a P3 Volvo, so I can sniff the CAN bus. Because essentially what you need to do is you need to connect your car to a sniffer. Essentially you have like some Arduino that can connect to your car computer, and then you have to turn lights, drive, see what the speed, RPMs and everything, and then you will have to find all the codes, all the IDs, and code into the code that makes it work. High voltage, that's a good question. No, it's funny, but I do not work with IT. I don't work with programming. I don't work with engineering. I work with market research. Just nothing related to car. Yeah, Melissa, but I haven't seen anybody posting a P3 Volvo yet. So, and I've been around the World Wide Web a little bit. But I could, be wrong, and people could have just, started. Yeah, I saw your Chrysler. That's pretty cool. I had a minivan, Town and Country before, and I saw it working. That was pretty awesome. I think so, but I'm not sure. High voltage. Oh, I need to rest. But I've seen people who were able to turn on, but they didn't find the codes. They just turned it on. There was one guy, actually. I think he's on YouTube. There's a video of the P3 Volvo gauge turning on, and then he just kind of gives up and didn't post anything else. So Edition Gamer, this is a real dashboard from a Volvo S60R. And I'm playing American Truck Simulator. Yeah, some cars are easy, like BMWs are super easy to find. There's a GitHub with a lot of BMWs and Audis codes. I actually shared that with a guy today. He asked me about an E60, so I sent to him the link. Oh, you did a TFT retrofit? Yeah. Did you use the D5 T5 software? Because they have, they give you the capability of doing that. Oh, I missed the truck stop right here. Let's do a crazy. Don't do that. I really need to stop for a rest. What you do is you turn your hazard on, go on the wrong way on the highway, and that's how you find your rest stop. There we go. D5, T5, yes. They're pretty cool people. Oh, I will, Stian. I promise, man. I will. I really want to do all the electronics and post them on my YouTube, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's put the parking brake. Get the engine off, and let's rest. And it's raining here again. So this live stream has been raining a lot. That's so awesome. Roll him off. Gaming. Dude, I can't express how happy I am today. This is like the third testimonial of somebody that actually used my tutorials and built something. Like there's a guy on TikTok right now that we're talking, and he showed pictures of his Volvo. He made a Volvo just like mine. It's pretty awesome. There's another guy on Instagram that I was just talking to. He also did it. And now you. And there was a guy before saying that he used my Apple CarPlay. That's pretty amazing. Thank you. Yes, I'm commuting back from my home office. Yes, I am. It's been raining nonstop for you too? Oh, sorry to hear that. That's annoying. I'm in Florida, so it rains almost every afternoon now. You had an 850C that I found on a laptop charger? Yeah, you need a strong power brick. I remember when I powered my first seat, I gotta pull in. Where is it? Is it here? No, it's not. Oh, it's there. So when I powered the BMW seat that I bought, the first one, it was a show to get the power brick to work. I had to find a 10 amps one. Thank you, Stian. We'll talk, man. Good luck with your build. I went a little bit too fast. I'm happy to see that, man. Thank you. Yes, I did, high voltage. So on my real Volvo S60R, I converted to the same screen that I'm using here. So I have touch screen, but on the car, I'm using a different solution. So I'm using a Raspberry Pi that's in the trunk. So where the original, so where the original RTI CD would be in the trunk, that's where my 3D printed a box that holds the Raspberry Pi. Thank you, man. That's really flattering. Thank you. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Roll them off. Kind of scary when you do it, especially because you have to cut and get, sacrificial. Nowadays there's a cheaper version of an adapter you can use, but still, it's quite scary. Do I use an ATX power supply to power the dash? No, high voltage. I have like 1 power brick, 2 power bricks, 3 power bricks, 4 power bricks. That's all I have here. So I have 1 for my seat, 1 for my radio, 1 for my climate control and other electronics, and 1 for the gauge. I do have like 4 power bricks. Hello, left CMHM. I'm doing well. How about you? Yeah. Yeah, the angle grinder. That's when you know that there's no turning back. So the one I use in my car, Steve, has both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. But you need to use a dongle, so it connects Apple CarPlay wireless, but Android it needs to connect through the dongle. You're from Mexico, nice. I'm from Brazil and I live in Florida, man. Hey, David or David. We're almost at our delivery place. We're gonna deliver this bunch of cars here. Yeah, the memory seat doesn't work, unfortunately. Change lanes here. There's a truck merging there. 10 amps, man. That's what I found out on my system here that works. So the biggest power brick here is for the driver's seat. Posso entender sim. Eu não sei falar espanhol, mas eu consigo entender um pouquinho de espanhol. Where did the Grand Caravan cluster go? Yeah, but send me on my YouTube, because here the chat goes away once I turn off the live stream. I'm using OBS and I'm live streaming in several platforms. So I'm live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. So once I turn off, it just goes away. Otherwise, I would, like, I can't even click on you. I would click on your user and see if I can follow your lost it? How do you lose a gauge cluster? Yes, the button on the media controls, yes, they all work. Every single button you see here, even the temperature knob works with something. How much is this gaming set? So the car part, and that's what makes this unique, was about $700. $300 in car parts, and another give or take $400 in wood, carpet, you know, that kind of stuff. Which way do I have to go? And crash. Sorry. Yeah. I had another crash violation. Actually, this was the first crash violation today. But key binds auto. I don't know what you mean, man. But I do have to bind every key on every game. So, for instance, if I want the hazards, I have to make this as hazard. Otherwise, it could become, like, for instance, if a game does not have hazard, I can make this whatever I want. I do have some standards, but I always have to bind them the same way in every game. Like, for instance, the recycle air here on my climate control in every single game changes my camera. It's just something I came up. It's a standard that I invented. Just like the on and off for the climate control here turns on and off the engine, and you know, and so on. Like, for instance, I can't control the rear view mirrors in Assetto Corsa if I click the rear view mirrors hold button here. So in every game, I'll need to do something different, and every button will, you know, do something. And I try to standardize as much as I can. Like, for instance, when I pull back here on the wiper stock, it turns on the engine brake. As you can see, the light's on now for the engine brake. Was the dashboard pulled from a Volvo S60? Yes, sir, Jeff. It was a Volvo S60R. I did not get the harness high voltage. I get the harness just for some things. So I have the original harness for the gauge cluster. And I do have, yeah, just that one. And I have just a little bit of a pigtail of the harness. Get the light switch and all the lights in the back on. Here on the climate control is a completely different beast. So there's no harness. I had to make my own harness. I have a very unique harness that I built here for the climate control. Por aí, DJ Woofer. O carro era cinza, na verdade. For the pedals, down to the ground or upside down mounted? Yes, so the best would be upside down. That would be the best way. In my case here, the tutorial I built is upside down, but here on the simulator it's not. Yeah, I just live with it. I would have to do some very drastic changes here to make it work, so I don't bother. Dude, you gotta really pull it in to get the wires connected there. It's a pain. You gotta push it in, shove it in, and then you gotta give it a tug and it'll stay in there. Thank you, Trucker. How are the gauges working? So it's using Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield. So it's using the same language the car uses to send the signals for speed and RPMs and everything else. Just like you'll see that the light for the fuel is going to turn on in a second. Not in a second, but in a few minutes it's probably going to turn on. All the buttons work. Yes, Platata. Every single button. Even here on here it's just like numbers, so I can press the numbers. They don't do anything now. Oh, they do. I set like the view here. Oh yeah, 5 is where it comes. The camera goes back to the center. So I can look right, look left, center. This is the escape button. This is enter. Every single button works. Does the radio work? Yes. The radio also works. So the radio is simple actually. The radio is just it's coming. The sound is coming from the computer and it connects to an auxiliary input. The radio thinks it's a 10 CD changer. No, that dude did not give way to me. How did I get that settled, man? Sorry. Oh, set. I built it, man. I didn't get the question. I built it. So it's all DIY. On my YouTube channel, you can find a tutorial step by step how I built this. Just on my link tree, on my bio, you'll find it. The phone module, yes, I turned into a numpad, exactly. And it's also an Arduino here. I am using a little bit of mods here, yes. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Johan. Dude, I found the phone module on eBay. And it was in Europe somewhere. When I saw that, I was like, dude, I gotta have it. Because that little cubby here, it's useless. So all I did was, I bought it on eBay. I think it paid like 20 bucks, $15. It wasn't expensive. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Hershey Roberts, for the follow. All right, we're clear. Start turn left here. As the rain falls. Oh, there it is. That's the entrance. I think I'm at a harbor. Port. You know, what you can do, Steve? You can buy the pedals and you can put them separate on the board. You don't have to use the metal board that comes with it. Yeah, sure, shoot it, man. All right, security check passed. You may proceed. I don't know in what cases it would. How do I actually start the truck? So let me show you. Stop the truck right here. So if I stop the truck, I can turn it off by hitting this button on my climate control, on and off. So now the engine is off. As you can see, RPMs are 0, and then I can start it again. And then I'm back. Little Pilch. Thank you, man. The caravan? Probably the same because it's the same, right? Yes, sir. All the buttons are working on the steering wheel. And the lights are also on. And I'll show you in a second. Just stop here. Because, in fact, there's a button here that is behind. You can't see it, but there's a D-pad behind the steering wheel. That's what I use to press enter. So you'll see me pressing the second button. here's you can see me pressing this button here, and that will change. So I'll go back, and then I can go forward. And if I hit the enter in the back here, I have the options for the parking. How do you get the RPM to actually drop to 0? So again, Joe, if you use my code, not Andy's code, it will go to 0. Hey Frank, thank you. If you think that's crazy, that's sick, just hit the like button. I'm trying to grow on my YouTube channel. All right, so where is now that I have to put the trailer? Let's see here. I think it's down here somewhere. Oh, it's way out there. Is it there though? Find that parking spot. Now, where is it? Because I'm gonna drive around. I can't see it in the map. Just go back there somewhere. Truck is here. Have to go around. Let's the finish line thing is showing. Watch. I think I found it. And I forgot to hit unmute. I forgot to unmute and I was talking by myself. How long did it take to build this setup? It took about 3 weeks of on and off work. There we are. We parked. It is green. So now to unhook the trailer, just hit button comfort. Oh, it's my pleasure, Steve. I really like to share the knowledge I learned, and I learned all from YouTube, all from the internet. So, the least I can do is give back the knowledge to the community. Thank you, Dill. It was a good delivery. Let's see if there's something else. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so this is far. We're gonna get a very close one. I don't want a long drive now. This is good. But I won't be there on time. It's in 56 minutes. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to wrap it off because I was called for dinner, and dinner is very important. Yes. Now we're gonna stop just because it's dinner time here, and wife called, so I'm a wise man. Wife says, I do it. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube channel, please, on my YouTube, hit the like button. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. It's up to you. But if you do, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. If you're on TikTok, also follow, click like, help out. Twitch, there's one person, I think that's only you, been there since the beginning, so thank you. Been quiet, but you're there. And on Instagram, thank you guys for watching. I don't know if there's anybody that's been watching there for a long time. I see a lot of joined, and the join just washes away all the text. That's unfortunate, but that's unfortunately how Instagram Live works. But we'll see each other again, I hope, in the next live stream tomorrow morning. Have an awesome day.